Hi and welcome, Kat from Sacred Soul Rising. So I want to talk today about 6 key facts that once you really understand these, once you really start to shift and really inner stand, and you might notice that I'm using the word inner stand here because there is a difference from understanding. Understanding is all mind, but when we inner stand, we know at a soul level, we know at our very core. And when we inner stand something, that means that we can energetically shift. Remember, this connection isn't, you can't think your way through this connection. You can't go, okay, well, I know this, I think this, so yeah, I can do that. This connection, you have to energetically shift. And that's what I help people do every single day, be it through the Twin Flame course. My Twin Flame course is the A to Z of the journey. So as you are shifting along the journey, whether it be that you're starting out in detox or you're shifting into that surrender state, or you are now starting to bring your other self back in, you're magnetizing them back in. And you want to learn how to balance that shared energetic field so you don't keep going into another separation. Remember, this is not soulmates. It has to be treated. If you treat this like soulmates, you will keep looping forever and a day. This is not a soulmate connection. This is one soul having 2 incarnations. And the first point that I want to make today, that your twin flame is you at soul level. And once you shift energetically from that duality mindset of seeing yourself separate to them, and you shift into a singularity mindset, that is when you start to shift on the journey. I also want, point 2 is about, this is an eternal connection. This is for infinity and back again. You have always been one. Just on this lifetime, you have come down in 2 incarnations. But I want to emphasize this is a connection that does not break apart in the next life. You are one. At soul level, you have always been one. And people will often talk about cord cutting and, oh, okay, I'll cord cut. You can't cord cut this connection. It's you. You can cord cut another soul, with soulmates, but this is not another soul. This is the one soul. So you cannot cord cut this connection. So it's about really having acceptance that this is for infinity. And so it's learning how to balance the shared energetic field. This is a deeply mystical connection. It is not, something that is just the latest hip. If you are truly on a twin flame journey, you will know it because you will be going through massive changes. And you may have even tried to cord cut and you've suddenly realized actually the cord cutting just brings it in even deeper. I also want, and number 3 is a really key one, is your twin is the perfect mirror of you. They will trigger your core wounds. So your core wounds are activated at soul recognition. Once that happens, they mirror back to you all your core wounds, all your triggers in the deepest way. And this is why sometimes reunion happens, because it is the soul weaving back in together. And sometimes those triggers need to come so you can dissipate out that low vibration. So say you have a core wound, and what I want to emphasize here, this just isn't this lifetime. You might have held a deep core wound that you have carried with you throughout lifetimes. So say you have an abandonment core wound, they will reflect abandonment to you. You will feel them abandoning you at every single level, and it will stab you deep wherever your core wound was activated. Now, core wounds are activated on that soul, when you first go into that separation. either in sacral, in the sacral, which is just under your belly button, in solar plexus, or in heart chakra. So those 3 areas, that is where you will feel it. And, people report either feeling like they're having a heart attack and they go to the hospital and get it checked out, or they have this crippling pain and they feel these raw emotions in the solar plexus. Remember, the solar plexus is all our shoulda, coulda, woulda, all that regret, all those fears hold in that solar plexus. Or the sacral chakra, and that sacral chakra, that abandonment can feel so deep and raw. I've had people who have worked with me on a one-to-one basis go, Kat, it felt worse than when I actually, was giving birth to my children. The pain was so intense, and I went and got it checked out because I was like, this is not normal, Kat. And it all came back clear, and they couldn't tell me what the reason was. And it's only when I started listening to you that I realized that it was just my core wound that was really activated. And I really want to emphasize, this journey, why they are so activated, why you go through those real raw, painful, is because you are now on a path of enlightenment. You are now moving through your ascension journey. And so you can't have those low vibrations. You're here to be a first waver, to be a way shower. Now, you can't keep all those lower vibrations within you of fear, lack, abandonment, betrayal. You just can't keep them within you. And so they will rise up, and it will feel like waves rising up. And sometimes they can just come out of nowhere and leave you crushed, crippled in that fetus position on the floor, unable to function. And, that is often what is so confusing on this journey, because soulmates, a few months or a few weeks, you may feel crippled, you may feel upset, you may feel really sad, you may feel like, you can't do very much and really brokenhearted, but months later, years later, still going through those big raw emotions, especially if you don't know. And this is the problem. A lot of the time, people treat this like soulmates and just that it's love and romance. And they're then so confused. Why am I still going through these big emotions? And why does my other self come in out of nowhere when they may have blocked me, or they may have said, I don't want anything to do with you, and then suddenly they come in? Now, these can be reunions, or sometimes they can be coming in from energetic hit. Remember, how you both deal with it is differently, but you both get an energetic hit off each other. So you need to be really careful when those unions are happening. You will know it will either feel quite toxic, and that's an energetic hit. That's coming from mind and ego. Or you will feel that there is a reasoning and there is that soul connection, and it's the weaving of the chakra system coming into the 3D, the weaving of the energy. It is downloading information and helping both of you heal. Now, what I want to go into next, and just going back to point 3, those reunions sometimes don't need to be always physical reunions. It can be energetic as well. Remember, this connection is not of this world. And that's why it's so hard to really understand, especially, with the telepathy, and I've just done a video about telepathy. With the telepathy, and when you feel it so intense and so strongly out of nowhere, it can feel very confusing. But those reunions play an important part because they are helping you shift and heal. And that's what I want to come on to next. You have to take spiritual responsibility for this. That's why my membership is there. My membership is my weekly support. I do 2 hours every single week. One, to help you shift through the journey of twin flames, i.e. detox, how to shift through detox, how to surrender, how to really energetically shift your whole vibration, and then how to balance in that shared energetic field. The other one is about really connecting into what is happening to you and really moving into that higher state of consciousness and knowing that you're now on a path of enlightenment. But one of the key areas that you have to do is to really take responsibility for your healing. This is not about blaming anybody else or shifting the blame or seeing yourself as the victim and why are they doing this? Why are they doing that? Let me tell you, while ever you're in that mindset, union can never happen. This journey is about shifting into a singularity mindset. And it's up to you to heal. That's why my quantum healing course is there, because my quantum healing course is courses in courses. It is really, really powerful. I've been teaching healing for over 20 years. I've taught it locally and then globally. And now, have students that are teaching healing all over the world. And you start off with self-healing. And from self-healing, you learn how to work with your own energy. I show you how to work through it. You're attuned to those divine energetic systems. You learn how to self-heal at a very, very deep level. You then go on to learn how to help others, because so many people on this journey, once they are activated, they're called into service. It shifts from service of self to service to others, and want to be that way shower. You may have gone through your own trauma. You may have gone through domestic abuse. You may have gone through relationship breakdown. You may have gone through, so many times people will say to me, I overcame this massive thing in my life and now I want to help others, Kat. Be it, from judges to doctors to painters to, I work with a lot of people that now want to work with younger people because they've learned how to manage their emotions and now want to go on and really help younger people change their lives. Remember, this journey is about being the way shower, and that's why everything that I have is there to help support you so you can fully step into that role as the way shower, whether it be that healer, whether it be, once you've gone on from helping other people, you then go on to the Master Teacher's course. And this is all in one course. And then you go on to the shamanic part of the healing, where you really learn how to work with earth energies, with the wisdom keepers, with the elders, and then go on to working with creation itself and learning how the ley lines work and those light coding and those light frequency. I have been teaching healing, and healing always starts with self, a lot of the time. And what I really want to stress here, it's not about going to a healer anymore. It's about you becoming your own healer, about you self-mastering your emotions. It's about you self-mastering your wounds that you have been through and learning how to come into that sovereign being and to help yourself, but then to go on and for you to pass that light that you hold so bright and help others. This is really, really key. And union cannot happen unless you have really shifted into that healed state. And that healed state starts with you, not with looking outside of yourself and thinking somebody's there to fix you. You have to fix yourself, and that is where the self-mastery comes in, because for most of your life probably you've been taught that, if you have a problem, you need somebody outside of yourself to fix it. But guess what? This journey is about you learning to be your own self-master, to be your own guru, and to know that I can give you the compass, I can give you the map, I can give you the tool belt with the tools on, like I always say, but it's up to you whether you pick them up. It's up to you whether you start to learn how to work with your own energy. You see, this journey, number 5 is about this journey, is about you realizing that what you saw in the other body, when you looked into their eyes and you felt that deep, deep connection and it almost like lit you up inside, it was because you were looking at yourself. Your twin flame is you. And you are your own creator of your own reality, nobody else. And unless you shift into that energetically, that you will always stay in that victim energy. You see, you're here as one of the first wavers, so we can shift into this new vibration of Earth, not to play victim, not to think that this journey is happening to you and you longing and you trying to figure it out and researching. That's not the journey. My work is about giving you all the tools so you can self-master it, so you can become your own guru, and never, ever again have to look outside of yourself. So you realize that you do not need fixing. You are whole and complete, but it's how you alchemize that energy for you, but also the shared energetic field, that third energy that we often talk about. Woo, this has been a long one. If you need more help and support, whether it be, I want to learn how to heal myself, but I want to also learn how to work with earth energies. I maybe even want to hold my own healing courses. I want to qualify as, a master healer so I can go on and help others. Or maybe, you're ready to coach other people. My soul coaching and soul-led business course is a combined course in three, and it gives you everything that you need to be that way shower, to make a difference, and also how to do it online so you create freedom and abundance. Remember, you're not here to work 40, 50-hour weeks. If you need any more help and support, my website is there. I offer one-to-one coaching. My membership is there, which is weekly support. All my courses are there and they're all video. You can watch them wherever you are in the world. As long as you've got the internet, you can watch them, and you can watch them over and over again. My soul-led business course, I screen share, so you literally watch me do it. It's simple, it's easy, and it's life-changing. I hope this helps. I send you much love, many blessings.